Hi, parents. This is the fourth grade team. We're here to talk to you about the different math, ELA, science, social studies, and behavior programs that we have going on. So, this is Miss Scott, Mrs. Cowan,
And Mr. Britton.
and so we will go ahead and get started with, and Miss Cowan's going to talk about ELA. When we look at ELA expectations, we use a worksheet model. We're going to start with a mini lesson that is focused on a strategy or skill that we want students working on, and then we dismiss for independent practice. When students are practicing this independently, teachers are going to be pulling strategy groups and conferencing to guide the students in their learning and thinking and talking about ways that they can improve in their skills. When we look at reading workshop, it's student driven. We want students really engaging and choosing good fit books that are appropriate for them at their reading level that they can be successful in reading. As mentioned earlier, we'll be pulling strategy groups based off of goals that students are setting, both long-term and short-term goals. And the ultimate goal is that students are building their independence in reading and increasing their stamina and ability to stay engaged and focused and really thinking about the text that they're working on. In writing workshop, it's very open-ended with a lot of student choice, strategy focused as well within the units of narrative, informational, and opinion writing. All classes in fourth grade are engaging in a 40 book challenge, and the ultimate goal is to get students reading, exposed to a variety of genres, and just building a lifelong learner's mindset about reading. And each classroom may structure it a little bit differently, but we're all going to embark in this journey together. Our spelling, phonics, and vocabulary program is called Words Their Way. It's highly focused on the spelling rules and patterns that we find within the English language. And this is going to be accomplished through a variety of sorts and different activities where students are engaged in practicing their words. And then we hope that there's a transfer between these words and implementing it into their writing. Pretty. So for math units, unit one is what we're currently working on. It's whole numbers. So it's adding and subtracting multi-digit numbers, showing them in different forms, rounding. These are things that they did do in third grade, but we are taking them to the next level. We are going up to 1 million. So in third grade, they went to the thousands place. Unit two is operations. That's what Ready Math calls it, but it is multi-digit multiplication and division. Unit three is multi-digit operations, so it could be any of the four operations, and it's incorporated with measurements. Unit four is fractions and decimals, so they're multiplying fractions by a whole number and also learning about how fractions and decimals are related. And they're also converting measurements. Unit 5 is geometry, so it's a lot of what they learned in geometry in third grade, but they are also learning how to use a protractor to measure angles. Our district uses the upside down teaching model. We do not get through all 6 steps in a day. Typically, it usually takes about 2 to 3 days. We start with a problem, we kind of read it out to them and interpret it with them, and we do what we call a productive struggle. So the teacher goes around and monitors and steps in as needed while they try to solve the problem. Then, step three, we do a math talk and we discuss it and discuss different ways to solve it. And then we get to kind of our big idea, what's our learning target for the lesson. Then we do guided practice. And then whatever observations we make or exit tickets we use to inform what our flex groups will look like. And these are ability-based small groups. For number talks, this is done kind of at a separate time, but it is for building fluency, mental math skills, and finding different ways to solve problems. And it also kind of helps with speaking and listening skills. When they are doing this, they are not using paper, pencil, or a whiteboard. It's all solely done in their head just to build those mental math skills.
Okay, let's look at science. This year in science, we're using the Amplified Science curriculum, and each unit has an engaging storyline for the students to problem solve. And the units that are included in this curriculum is Earth's features, energy conversions, vision and light, and waves. For social studies this year, we will focus on building historical thinking skills throughout each unit. The social studies units include how is Missouri similar to and different from other states? How has Missouri changed over time? How has Missouri impacted our nation? And how does Missouri's resources support the state and national economy?
And then we included a couple slides in there regarding behavior and social emotional development. So as a school, we use the PBIS system, it's positive behavior intervention support, and we focus on 4 behavior targets. So being respectful, responsible, and control and safe, and a leader. Um, and so we work on behavior matrices that tell them how they can show those 4 things when they are in different parts of the building. Whenever they show these 4 behaviors, they can earn a tribe ticket individually. If they show them as a class, they can earn a warrior buck. Saving those up gives them the chance to get some sort of reward. And then we use the 3Ds. We go by that protocol for if a kiddo were to need to leave the classroom. Second steps is typically done in our morning meeting. This is for teaching social and emotional skills. Some of the big skills that we teach in it, there are some others, but these are kind of the bigger ones, are empathy, listening and problem solving, being assertive, calming down, anxiety management, and dealing with peer pressure. So that kind of concludes our curriculum night presentation. Thank you so much for watching, and we cannot wait to keep going this school year with your kiddos. Have a good night.